welcome back to Rec and Connect, our podcast where we celebrate our community, programs, stories, partnerships, and everything that's amazing about where we live and recreate.
Yep.
I am Jamie Wilson, Marketing and Community Engagement Manager for Mountain Recreation. And we're excited to have you all here with us today. It's good to be back.
It is.
I'm joined by you.
By me, it is I. First of all, thanks to High Five and
Yes.
Brett for doing this. I'm Chris Parker, sports coordinator here at Mountain Rec. I'd usually say I'm everywhere, but this is the time of year I'm just living at the ballpark. Eagle Sports Complex is where you can find me wearing a Kool-Aid shirt or helping distribute equipment or picking up equipment for all of the kiddos. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got new lights.
I was just going to ask how the new lights are.
Finally.
That's like your birthday present.
It was.
Because
It
you
worked out
celebrated your birthday.
Yeah, the first night that we used them was on my birthday.
All right.
It's so quiet because the other ones used to just hum.
Like
Bzzz. Yeah, but now it's to the point. Like I was playing last night, and I was like, man, I can almost hear my thoughts while I'm playing.
It's part of getting older.
Yeah.
Do you feel wiser?
Kind of, maybe, sort of. Yeah, working
More
on
grown
it.
up?
It's still fresh.
You know how little kids say they can't say maturity very well? It's like maturity.
Yeah.
Do you feel maturity?
Maturation.
Maturation.
Yes, that's where we are.
More distinguished, maybe?
Sure. Yeah, it was good. I had a lot of support and a lot of cake. I have 3 cakes in my freezer right now.
All
One
right.
that Z got me. Thank you.
My
Z.
stomach is like growling right now.
Yeah, I know.
Because none of us have eaten yet today. We have an awesome podcast coming up today. We have a lot to share. There's a lot going on.
Yes. So
pretty excited.
stick with us, folks. But the big one is that we're going to be talking to our superintendent of facilities, and that is Mr. Scott Ruff. I think he is our longest tenured employee.
He is.
He's been here you put down 4 longs on
Long.
here. Long time. 30 years, 30-year milestone for this young man. So we're going to be learning about his stories with Mountain Rec and kind of a little bit on his personal life, where he's from. Yeah, he's a great individual that knows everything about this organization.
Yeah, he's really watched the organization grow up. It was back when it was called WECMERD, and now we're Mountain Rec. But
Yeah.
he's been here a long
Long time, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm excited to hear Scott and have him share his stories with us.
Yeah, but before we get into our history lesson, we're going to tell you, the listeners/viewers, what's coming up in the month of June. We're in June.
What happened to May? Like summer's
Yeah,
here. It's happening.
Yeah, it's June already.
The pool opened.
Yeah, I got GoPro games coming up.
GoPro games, the pool opened.
Yep, opening day, which we'll get to here in a little bit.
We have, and June, I don't know, maybe it's like one of our busier months.
I would say so.
We have a lot to share today.
Yes, but you can find out all this information. This is where I cue you in at mountainrec.org. And you can look at all of our schedules and registrations and things like that.
Yeah, we have a lot underway right now, like Willie the Frog at the pool. The Toad is back.
The Toad, awesome.
We have softball, cornhole leagues, pickleball. It's always happening. Our summer camps are starting this month.
Mm-hmm.
They start this week and the first week of June. And you can get out and explore with us.
And that's what I enjoy, though, because the winter and kind of like I just hibernate.
Yeah.
And then once the sun's out, I am just nonstop. So It's going to be good. I got some new shoes to go with it.
You got some new shoes? Your new Brooks?
Brooks, thanks, Anna. She introduced me to the Brooks, and now it's kind of like the only brand of shoes that I really like. They're really squishy.
Yeah, I have. I don't have Brooks on. Sorry, I had to double
Brooks
check.
today.
Can't remember what I put on my feet this morning. But so much going on, and we have a lot of cool things to celebrate too. I think one of the really cool things that happened last month is we have a gymnast from our Ascent gymnastics program, and Emily Green is ranked number 1 in the bars at her level
In the nation, right?
in the nation.
Is that the ones where you like go up top and you flip over, then you go down on the bottom and you flip over? That'd just give me motion sickness.
Yeah,
I don't know
she's
how they
pretty
do
incredible. So it's a pretty exciting thing for our community. You know, we have a lot of stellar athletes in this
Right.
community from, you know, especially in the high school. They just finished up high school sports and all of that. And so it's awesome for us to celebrate Emily. Way to go, Emily.
Good job. And a shout out to Becky and Carly for the endless hours that they put in, especially this time of year. I think our last meeting, they were just, you know, they're on the road 3 or 4 days. They're home recovering for one and then back at it again.
Oh, yeah. They're out traveling. This is their go time.
Yeah. So to our gymnastics crew, thanks for all you do. And congrats on Emily.
Yeah.
So let's talk about something that you'll never see me participate in.
So we have some really cool programs happening in June. And I know we usually start with our youth programs, but I want to highlight we're offering a new triathlon training program, and this will get you prepped and ready for the LG Tri, which is in Gypsum in July. And so if you've ever wanted to dip your toes in the water and then run out of the water and then put some running shoes on, bike shoes, and then go for a bike ride and then get back and then get off your bike and put some running shoes on.
Oh, man.
This is your opportunity to learn how to train and kind of do some really cool things. They're going to offer brick training and all of that.
Brick training. You gotta help me there. Just
you
shooting baskets and not making
we
them?
tie bricks on people and see how far they can
Oh,
run.
good. Oh, wow.
No, brick training is actually to get you ready. So it is like training where you'll do, we used to call them 2-a-days, but you would go for a swim and then go for a run right after. Or go for a swim and then go for a bike ride, or go for a bike ride and then go for a run. So you'll learn how to get your body acclimated to like transitioning between different sports and, you know, decide whether you want to put socks on after you get out of the water.
Man, that'd be tough.
The debate, like, because it takes time. Like when you're competitive, you're like, do I spend the time to put socks on?
Well,
for me,
could you swim in the socks?
I don't know how that would work.
Would it slow you down though? That's what I'm wondering.
Probably. Don't you think it would give you some drag on your feet? You're
I got big
fluttering.
feet, so yeah.
You got big feet.
Yeah.
Maybe you should be a triathlete. You're tall. You got like long arms.
I do know how to swim. But
but the LG Tri is at the Sienna Valley Club on July 11th. So get out there, test it out. And if you're already an athlete, it'll be a really fun way to participate with other triathletes and spruce up your skills.
Yeah.
And there's something like crazy about like trying to rush through, like when you come out of the water to get your bike stuff going and then drop your bike. And then like the big race is trying to find your stuff. Like, there's like thousands of bikes, and you're like, where did I put my bike before I went for a swim? I have no idea. Where did I put my shoes after I got on my bike?
I think our buddy that we were talking about on the way over, Kyle Walker.
Yes, he's a big
I imagine
triathlete.
he's done one of these, probably won some of these.
He's done some half irons and and like the old Xterra races. So yeah, I think he probably doesn't put socks on. That's my theory.
No.
Socks slow you down, apparently.
Yeah, I could see that.
I just preferred to have them on.
Right. And that training, sorry, we got off the beaten path there. That training will start on Tuesdays, starting on June 16th, with the event itself being on July 11th. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in June or next month's podcast.
Next month's podcast. So also kind of leading up for this is really cool because when I was out in the community for the master planning, I did hear from like a lot of kids that they wanted a running club.
Interesting.
And you know, the results aren't done from the master planning, but we are starting running training programs for pretty much, you know, kind of almost all ages, but adults to middle school to elementary school. So we have some really cool running kind of programs coming up.
Awesome. And that'll be taking place at the Gypsum Rec Center from elementary age runners, grades 1st through 5. They'll learn the basics of running in a positive team environment. No experience is necessary. And don't worry, you'll walk before you run with a goal of completing a 1K route. And also for middle schoolers, 6th through 8th grade, these athletes will be able to improve endurance through their summer season and get ready for upcoming sports season. The program is designed for all experience levels with the goal of completing the Gypsum 5K in July.
And then in addition to the elementary and middle school, we also have an adult running program, and that's actually kind of high school and older But it will also be a little bit more intense. So you'll do some interval training, like maybe on the track where you go and like sprint real fast, or some of those opportunities, and drills and stretching. Don't forget to stretch.
Yeah.
We should all stretch every morning anyway. That's my theory. But this will get you ready for the Gypsum Days 5K race, and you can get out and run with some folks. So it's going to be kind of fun, kind of new and cool, and like great to see that we're already offering programs that I've heard are needed in the community through the master planning.
That's awesome that we're getting after it before we even got the final results.
Yeah.
But there's something that we have established, and it's for the
big
kiddos.
event.
It's the big one.
It's
the one for the summer that keeps me and Matt and Chris and
Jamie
you
and Anna and Z.
and Anna and Z, amongst others, up. We're talking about opening day. This is for our youth softball and baseball, T-ball, little kiddos, all of that. And that's going to be on Saturday, June 13th at the Eagle Sports Complex. Even if you don't play ball and just want to come out and have a good time, this is a fun, free, community-wide celebration to, like I said, bring in youth softball and baseball. We're going to have bouncy houses, free food, which I love.
Free food. You do love free food.
And we have some other activities, and we're going to be starting at 9:30. And games will be going till around 1:30 that afternoon. A tip of the cap to the town of Eagle and Ben Catton at State Farm for their support of opening day.
Yes, thank you. Our community partners make us run.
Yes,
help us out. And, also during that event, we're going to have this really cool free opportunity, the MLB pitch, hit, and run competition for ages 7 to 14. And tell me a little bit more about that. Like, I kind of get it, but I didn't actually get to see it last year.
Yeah. So it's a program that Major League Baseball puts on, but it helps the youth get involved. And so basically on the South Field, which is the big baseball field, you can sign up, and we're going to kind of do like accuracy, and we're going to see how far you can hit it, and then we're going to time your speed. And this is for individuals 7 to 14. And then if you win your age group, then I think you like move on to regionals and then states. And I think there is some sort of national. And if you win the national, I think they get you World Series tickets.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
so
it's
get
really
out there,
cool.
Community. Get your kids out there and see what they can do. We had one of the kind of winners of their age group last year went pretty far in the
I think he ended up going
series.
to Coors Field.
Yeah.
And participating. I don't know how it finished, but I know that Coors Field was involved.
That's pretty neat to be able to go out there and play at Coors Field. Like, pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, come out and join us that day. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, bouncy houses. All right, moving on from opening day. Registration is now open for July. We're talking about youth learn to swim lessons at the Gypsum Rec Center and for summer lessons at the Eagle Pool. From parent and child lessons to level 1 and upward, our certified instructors create a fun and safe space for every swimmer.
Right. And so we'll have lessons at the Eagle Pool, and then we also still have ongoing lessons, and the Gypsum Rec Center pool will be open, and then the Gypsum Creek pool will be opening this month as well, and so it's opening on June 4th.
June 4th.
June 4th. So the creek poolers can get out there.
The creek poolers.
Pools are fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been talking about summer camps for months, but they're happening, and there's still opportunities throughout the fall. But get your kiddos signed up. We have everything from outdoor adventuring, sports camps like volleyball, baseball. We also have the esports for those gamers out there, mountain biking. We also have ninja and parkour camps. Like, how cool is that? Parkour.
Yeah.
So I had to do that. I thought about that when I was typing. But, it'll keep your kids busy all year long. You're the sports guru. Do you want to talk a little bit more about sports camps? Like, there's a lot of camps.
We got a lot of camps. I think we're using Skyhawks again.
Yes, Skyhawks.
So we do. I know they do soccer. I know that probably through Eagle Valley High we'll have volleyball camps. I think we have NOD basketball, which will be at Battle Mountain at some point. But yeah, a lot of stuff to do this summer. Mountainrec.org is where you can kind of see all these schedules for our summer camps. And then with that, we are going to start talking about opening up our fall program.
I know.
Golly, that's just so weird to say. But yeah, just giving you a heads up, parents, our fall registration is going to be opening up very soon. And this is cool. And actually, I think the NCAA is going to have a national championship about it at some point. But we're talking about girls flag football. That's going to be really awesome. So keep an eye out for information about girls flag football that we're going to be starting out as well. And then, just for the fall, we're going to have soccer and volleyball. But outside the sports, we cannot forget about our tiny tumblers. We have drop-in tumble tots. I really thought I said tater tots. We got to learn to eat
so
before
hungry.
this. Yeah. Throughout the week, both in Gypsum and Edwards, from walking age to 5 years old. Chandler, have you ever seen a tiny tumbler jump into the foam pit?
It's pretty cute. I kind of sometimes worry that they'll get sucked in.
Yeah.
It's so fun to kind of watch that group when they're out there, because there's just age walking and a little older, and they're just out there just enjoying the foam pits and the areas in the gymnastics center. And brings us kind of back. We talked about summer camps, and we'll kind of highlight a few other things. But our summer gymnastic camps registration is also underway. And hey, get signed up for that, because you could be like our Emily, #1 in the nation on bars, green.
Nice.
Maybe. But, so get out there and sign up. We're excited to offer that program this summer again. And they also work on the trampoline classes. There's some trampoline ninja course camps like we mentioned. So get the kids signed up. They'll be busy all summer long. Okay, switching gears. Have you ever boxed? Minus punch in the air? Yeah.
I have a memory of I was in high school and I boxed, and it didn't turn out too well.
It didn't turn out. It's not your jam?
No.
No?
Explains one of my concussions in life.
Oh, well, don't say that.
Okay. But she's asking because we have Mean Street Boxing on Wednesdays from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Gypsum Rec Center. Oh, man, you made the dad joke that I would love to say, but that this program has really been a hit. Ha! All right. The Eagle Valley Youth Boxing Team offers training programs for individuals ages 13 and older.
Yeah, this program's really been taken off. It's one of our newer programs, and I think people are
Is this a Mike Graff idea?
It is, working with that boxing club. So pretty cool. I've walked by and watched, and they work hard in there. They're jumping and hitting and practicing their agility. It's fun to watch. So, and kind of not in line with that, but in addition, we also have Taekwondo, which I could say correctly this month, thankfully. And because last month it was a challenge. But we have Taekwondo Tuesday evenings for ages 4 to 6 and Hapkido on Wednesday evenings for ages 7 to 14. And those both take place at the Edwards Field House. So, and we're also offering Taekwondo camps this summer. So, get kids. I wish we would have had these when I was a kid. I think I would have enjoyed that.
Yeah. Well, it's not too late, though. Maybe. I don't know. But now we're going to talk outdoors. Kaylee, I hope you get to sleep at some point, because this is a crazy time of year.
I know. I think they're taking kiddos out to camping on our monument trips, like
3 or 4 weeks in a row.
Our outdoor rec group is.
Yeah.
They do the coolest things.
Mm-hmm. So we've got backyard adventure camps, backyard explorer camps, beginner and intermediate rock climbing, SUP days, BMX race camps, girls mountain bike camps, peewee peddlers, skateboard camps, and much more. These camps are designed to get the kids outside and build skills to safely recreate outside.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I really want their crew to offer a camping cooking class. So it's like outdoor rec, but cooking.
So
you can make a peach cobbler in a cast iron pot in the dirt and coals.
What about s'mores?
I mean, I'll take that right now. We've got to stop talking about food.
Yeah. One more youth opportunity here with Mountain Rec. And again, all of this will be available on mountainrec.org. Thank you. Don't forget to sign up your kiddos for Camp 9/11 taking place on Wednesday, June 10th at the Edwards Field House, and Wednesday, June 17th at the Gypsum Rec Center. Both these programs will be 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and campers will join local heroes to learn a variety of rescue and safety procedures from the fire service ambulance services, and law enforcement.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. It's like a full day of like getting to hang out with our local emergency service personnel.
Yeah.
So they learned a lot.
Yes.
And they get lunch. Just saying. Sorry. So I think that's just kind of a roundup of what's happening. You know, everything else will be at mountainrec.org. But let's go ahead and bring Scott Ruff in.
The legend.
The legend.
Yes.
Our historical archive, 30 years. We're going to get there.
Yeah. All right. So we'll be back shortly with Scott Ruff. All right. Scott Ruff. We are on episode 7 of Rec and Connect, and we're looking forward to hearing all of your stories, chaos, mountain wreck moments that you've had in the last 30 years.
30
years.
Yeah, I have a few stories. That's right.
You were here during the Weckmerd days.
Weckmerd, yes.
Western Eagle County Recreation Metropolitan District.
Metropolitan Recreation District.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, it was. But you know what? There are still so many people in our community that still call it Weckmerd.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, when I've been out and about in the last 2 months, it's like, Weckmerd needs to do this. And I'm like, well, do they? No. So you're our history archive.
Yes.
That's what we're saying today.
Or as you,
You're going to trust my memory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
This is going to be fun.
or as Jamie has said, metaphorical skeletons are buried, and it is you.
Let's go. Let's go.
But before we get into all things mountain wreck, we need to know about you, where you're from, how you got to the community, how many dogs you have, and of course, how you got involved with this organization 30 years ago.
All right, here we go. Gosh, 30 years ago. That was a long time.
Yeah.
Who looks ahead 30 years, right? So I'm from Windsor, Colorado, in northern Colorado. I went to UNC Greeley, and I got a recreation administration degree. Now, when I started college in '91, and I thought I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. At that time, I was coaching football at Windsor High School. I was the JV coach and the varsity offensive coordinator. And I thought, you know what? A teacher coach would be cool. I get to be around sports. I get to be around kids. Well, my second year of college at UNC, that was the first time I got into a classroom. I was kindergartners, first graders. And I got in there and I'm like, what am I doing? I don't think this is for me. So after that, I marched right down to the counselor office or whatever. And I said, hey, what can I still do to be around kids and sports? And they said, how does Parks and Recreation sound? I was like, bingo, let's go. And then the rest is history. When I applied for this job, that was before internet, in the CPRA byline magazine that we get every month, they would have like a column of jobs open. So I applied to Eagle, not necessarily knowing exactly where Eagle was, granted I'm a native. And I had an interview up here. I was walking out my door to get an interview at the Town of Windsor Parks and Rec Department, and the phone rings. It was Tom Metza, the director at that time, and says, hey, we want to offer you the job. I said, I'll take it, fully knowing that if Windsor offered me the job, I was going to take the Windsor job.
Oh.
And so by Windsor not offering the job and me getting out of town and starting my life somewhere new, that was the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. And Weckmerd Mountain Recreation in Eagle County has been so wonderful.
And here you are.
Yes, here I am.
I was chatting with, I think it was Z the other day, and it was 4 years ago on May 18th is when I interviewed for the role that I'm in now. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to ask you to go back another 26 years beyond that, 30 years ago, day one, when you're officially on board, you walk in to whatever venue it is. Tell us about day one, and what was the role that you actually took?
Mm-hmm. We didn't even have venues.
No, and so I want to go back to this. I remember that day, June 10th, 96, and I rented a room from Bernie Goss. Remember, he was your counselor at the high school?
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't have a place to live, so I rented a room for a while. But anyway, I remember walking out. The clouds were low on Red Hill that day. I remember vividly. Mm-hmm. And the office was on Capitol Street, and it was just me and Tom Metza. Mark Bernhardt was a part of the team at that point, and I took a position as a youth and adult athletics sports coordinator. That was my very first job. Oh, that was my very first job, and programmed baseball, soccer, softball, both youth and adults, all that fun stuff. And so, just a typical onboarding. For whatever reason, I remember that we ate at Burger King for lunch.
Oh,
Fantastic.
why-
Take you to
Burger
lunch.
King was
Yes.
So I remember
It's
that,
gone.
but then it was just like thrown into it, and I learned a lot from Mark Bernhardt, who was a coordinator at the time as well. Tom Metzer, our director, and programming was fun. It's as you know, Chris, it's a lot of work.
A lot of
It's
work.
a lot of boots on the ground. It's a lot of
Communication.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's-
just putting things together. But I enjoyed that time, and I was a programmer from '96 to 2003.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we've talked about it. How much has it changed in the last 30 years? Like,
So
when I was growing up here, we had like the baseball players played at the Eagletown Park, and there was a park at 2nd Street. Edwards had nothing.
no, so in
Where's
that-
the fields were still in Edwards, or the like where everything is there now. That was all farming fields.
Yeah. So how has it changed? When you can talk population, I mean, we've more than
Yeah.
doubled population in 30 years, right? But when you talk facilities, when I moved up here, the Eagle Sports Complex, as we know it right now, that just opened in 1995, they used to play at the Eagletown Park. Emily Reynolds was giving me some history last night.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
Pre-96. And then we had just partnered with the Eagle County School District and the town of Eagle on the gymnasium that sits between the two schools in Eagle. We call the Big Gym.
Oh, okay.
And so, but before that, Jamie, when she grew up in Parks and Rec in Eagle County and Eagle and Gypsum, they had a whole separate gym, right? That
The haunted gym.
the snow load cave the
Yeah.
roof in. So facility wise, we didn't have anything. Oh, the old Eagle pool.
Yes, the
Behind
old Eagle plant at the middle
first
school.
Eagle pool.
At the middle school, and it was
Uh-huh.
like so creepy in there. It was like so strange. There's all these cinder block walls,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like you just went in there, and you're like, "What's happening outside in the world right now?"
So through time, I mean, there were really just a softball complex, a gymnasium that really became popular with the noon ball crowd. We could really program the heck out of that for youth and adult.
Yeah.
And then it evolved into so much more. We passed a mill levy increase in 2001. Then that led to the building of the Eagle Pool and Ice Rink, partnering with the town of Gypsum on the GRC, and then in 2009 building the field house in Edwards.
The Gypsum Rec Center, we're celebrating 20 years
Wow.
in December.
Yeah.
So it's
So it's changed, and I'll tell you what, from where we started to where we are now, and just in my perspective, we've become so amenity rich, and but just because I've seen that growth. And we've got a lot of great things. Churi talked about the master planning process last month, right? So we'll see what the results come out and what Mountain Recreation's next steps are.
So you mentioned a lot of facilities and venues. What's like the state of the art equipment or technology from the 90s that if it were to be brought out today, me and myself and now my late 30s or even the younger kids that would get a chuckle out of it, or would they even know what it is?
No. Maybe not. So there was no state-of-the-art technology, and we didn't have equipment, right?
Right.
But I can remember we would take registrations by hand. We didn't have a software. Did a lot of stuff on Excel, which is great, tried and true. But the one thing that we laughed about, my wife and I, last night is I remember when I got my beeper.
Yes.
Or my pager.
Your
my
pager.
And because I was on the ground a lot as a programmer, I had to drag and line the fields at all the town parks down at the sports complex. And if Tom needed me, Tom Metza or somebody else had called, well, there was no way to get a hold of me. So then you get your pager, you see that it's coming from 328-6909.
Okay.
Then you had to run to a phone. So that's the only thing I could think of because there was nothing.
Yeah, that was pre like having to have 970 in the phone numbers.
Oh yeah, we could just dial 328 in town. That's right.
And when you went to said phone, did you have to like put quarters in it and call the operator and be like,
dial it.
the rotary?
And I had to get dispatched to somebody on the other end.
Yeah. So not
operator.
stringing a cup, a little bit beyond that.
Almost.
We've had an opportunity to talk to quite a few people in the community on this podcast. Craig Wilmers comes to mind. He's coached quite a bit. So, and you know, and I think there was a show that said, kids say the darndest things type of thing. Can you give us like a most memorable moment or funniest thing that you've seen or heard during an event or at a facility or just during one of your programs?
Yeah, I can think of two.
Okay.
So the first softball team I played on was a lot Beveridge, Fedrizzi,
Oh
those
my
guys,
gosh,
right?
yeah.
And there's a player, and it's still a friend of mine, Chris Spiegel. He owns
I know Spiegs, yeah.
Spiegel Excavating. Well, anyway, it's probably our second or third game, and I hear the guys in the dugout start laughing. Well, I look up. In the on-deck circle, Chris had put lighter fluid on the bat and lit it on fire.
Oh,
we
no
were really
way.
cold. Our bats were cold, and he's like, come on, guys. And he's swinging this fire bat. And he's like, come on, guys, we got to get these bats fired up. Let's go. And oh, my gosh, it was one of the funniest things that I've ever seen. And if you know Spiegel, that's true Chris Spiegel.
Yeah.
It was really, really fun.
That doesn't surprise me. I'll have to mention that next time I see him.
The things you could get away with back
Yeah,
then.
exactly. Goodness
It was
gracious.
the Wild West. I do mention that too. One more, Chris, just real quick, and we still use it in our home to this day, is at our first office on Capitol Street, the Seps owned a electronics company. We rented the second side. And Michael Sepp, when he was probably in about first grade, every afternoon he'd come over after school to say hi. And I always enjoy talking to the kids and ask how schools are or whatever. But somebody had made a microwave popcorn and burned the popcorn.
Oh, no.
Well, he comes in, he goes, what's boning, Weckmood? He couldn't say it as hard. What's boning, Weckmood? So even to this day, if something's burning in the house, Robin and I are like, what's boning, Weckmood? That's always memorable, but the Spiegel thing is classic.
Awesome.
You know, your job's never boring. Did you think you'd be here 30 years later when you started? When did Robin move to town?
In 97.
Robin's Scott's wife, by the way.
Robin. She came up in 97, 1 year after me.
Okay.
And you know what? Quite honestly, I think I said it before the podcast, is I never thought 30 years ahead.
Right.
But what I do remember, when Robin moved up, we got married in 2000, but when she moved up in 97, she goes, I've got a 5-year plan here. Okay.
And here
but
you are.
as my career grew and I was loving what I did, I remember that day and I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to leave. And so then our minds shifted to more community. We bought our first home in 99. And then once you get established in this community,
it's really
I don't
hard.
think there's any place better. Why would you want to leave? The grass is not greener.
Yeah, I'm 4 years in, 5 years in myself, and I can already see kind of how.
It brought me back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the community is pretty special.
It is
I
very
think
special.
we can all agree there.
Yeah.
And you've talked about community. I'm a big advocate for. I think all of us in this industry are. What does community mean to you after spending so much of your career serving the community?
So overall, we've got an amazing community, right? People rally around each other in our community. And I'm not talking just athletics, and I'm not talking about mountain rec. One thing I can remember, and I'll never forget, in 2009, my wife was in a car accident, a rollover accident on I-70, and she had broke her neck.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
So when she's home in recovery, people were at our home that I didn't even know. And it's just so amazing, the love and support that cultivating relationships is so important. It's just that's what I love the most about the Mountain Recreation District and the community.
You guys are very involved in the community. I mean, Robin's a teacher at the schools, and then you're out and about, and now more in the facilities. We didn't mention Scott's title, but he's our facilities guru.
Superintendent of facilities now. Yeah. I've done a little bit of everything.
But yeah, so you guys are both of you are very just within the community with the families and the kids, and it's pretty neat.
I've always said that if I'm not touching someone at Mountain Recreation or within the community, she is.
Right.
So our bandwidth of people that we know are double, and it is so awesome. I mean, we've been to, Robin was a maid of honor in a wedding up here already. We've been to anniversaries, birthday parties, births. And we know 4 generations of people now.
Yeah, we were talking about the
4
generations.
now.
Like some of us stick around.
Yeah.
And a lot of us do. I think people think everybody leaves and moves away, but and it's just fun, like even bringing back the gymnasium story. And that's where I played basketball in 6th grade, and I thought the bathrooms were haunted. It was creepy, but look at our facilities now and how much we've done with mountain recreation and for the community. And I think that's our goal.
Yeah. what's cool is, looking back now, I would have, I'll use Johnny Harris, for example. Johnny and Lou would coach their children. Well, now all their children are married now with their own children. So,
Wow.
They're coaching their kids, and now they can sit back and watch their grandkids. And his folks come to the rec center often. So it's just neat to see how the families interact as well.
And speaking on that, just talking, being able to interact with people and families now for generations, can you point out like a specific moment where you realize like truly what your impact is on the recreation community through what you do? I know you have a lot of stories and memories, but is there one that just like, if you had to put it on paper, that would stick out to you?
I don't know if this was necessarily my personal impact, but one thing that I'll never forget, and I thought that was so unique, is the Eagletown Park ice rink. Okay, that existed even years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so Andy Clark and his crew and everybody that volunteers there, thank you, everybody, for doing what you do. But when that started, it was Tom Ehrenberg, Bill Johnson, and Mike Metcalf. They were called the Zamboni Brothers.
Okay.
Now, the Zamboni Brothers, and they were, so let me back up even more. We ran our youth hockey program on the Eagletown Park ice, and then that's what built eventually the vision for the Eagle Ice Rink as we know it now. But those guys were like Santa Claus, I would say. You would show up that next morning, or on Sundays, we'd play on Sunday mornings, and that ice was just pristine.
Yeah.
But they like to be behind the scenes. So that was an impact on the community where everybody came together so the kids can play hockey, true grassroots on an outdoor rink. And then it's just like, we need an indoor rink now.
Right.
All right. Well, now let's partner with the town of Eagle. Mill levy increase before you know it. In 2003, we opened a $5.2 million facility. So that was just a great core memory for me.
Awesome.
Did we have a Zamboni for that rink back then? Or did they have to hand like what they do now?
Yeah. So the guys, the Zamboni brothers, they used Bill Johnson's old brown truck. And they had this big tank on it, and they built their own kind of a water system, right? That's sprayed on the ice, and the carpet that spreads it out real nice. But they would go to the Sally Port at the jail, at the county jail, and then that's where they got their hot water to put down. Yeah, so that was So yes, it was true. Just community coming together.
Yeah.
Right?
And we still see it, even with the rodeo rink that was built. Incredible work by the community.
Tell you what, that's grassroots number 2, right?
Yeah.
And so to make that rodeo rink, everybody that was involved in that, Slade and the hockey club and VRD, Eagle County. It was awesome.
Quick, and it was just phenomenal.
Served a great purpose for that year. Absolutely.
Yeah. What's being here for so long, what's your proudest accomplishment with Mountain Rec, or maybe just in the community?
Yeah, a professional accomplishment is cultivating the relationships that I did over the years. But being able to and blessed to open as manager of the Eagle Pool and Ice Rink in 2003. Then being blessed to open up as manager the GRC in 2006. Seeing all of the construction, the Eagle Pool last year, it was so fun.
Yeah,
to be part of the team, Cheryl and everybody else that got to pick out all of those finishes, from the slides, the colors, the splash features for the kids. So that's been those are just great things that I'll never ever forget.
Do you have a favorite staff moment? Like, our staff's pretty phenomenal. So you've watched people grow up and leave, and then we have several employees that have been here, yourself included, 30 years. Cheryl Stanton, who's
25.
our Eagle Pool and Ice Rink. Anna's 20. Brad. But do you have a favorite employee story? Funny, maybe?
Well, the one that comes to my mind, I was so mad at Brad.
Brad's our Edwards Fieldhouse supervisor.
We love you, Brad.
So I'm in Turi's office now. That was my office when we opened the rec center, and I had this CPRA award on my wall. And he and Mike Staten at the time, Mike was a programmer, and Brad came in as the coordinator, we'll say.
Sure.
And they came in to ask my opinion, and I gave the opinion. Well, then it turned into a debate. Oh, I thought that is, you just wanted to know what I thought. Well, Brad, as animated he is, we call him Condor because his wingspan is like 10 feet. And he did one of the Condor moves and knocked down the award off my wall and broke it. And just the look on his face was like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And tries to put it on. I was like, just leave it. You two get out of my office now. So yeah, that one was a fun one.
Anything else you want to share?
I don't. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah.
When I was asked to do this, Z asked me 2 months ago, I think. And I was like, okay, yeah. But when the prompts came about, okay, here's what we might talk about. It was so fun for me to go back and think 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, some of the things, I don't know if I would have ever really, it would have popped up on my radar again because you're into the next 3, 5, 10 years of your career. Right?
Yeah.
But it was allowed me and Robin last night too, just to kind of take a walk down memory lane.
Yeah, it's been really cool just from hearing that, and then other individuals that we've talked to with coaches that we've had, same thing, that they're like, oh man, I've been involved this long. But then just the stories that they have of like, you're talking about the pager story out of the gate, the haunted bathrooms, and then to now where we're doing big things. We have the Eagle pool that opened last year. We got new lights at the ballpark last week. They're so awesome.
New
and
climbing wall coming to the Edwards Field House.
Yeah, and getting new turf in the fall.
In September
so
at the sports complex. Yeah.
So you've seen a lot and done a lot, and we want to thank you for everything that you have done for the organization and the community.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I loved like hearing you talk about names in the community. I'm like, oh, that's my friend's dad.
Yeah.
Or Beverage sponsored my softball team when I was like 9. Or
yeah.
It's been really fun.
Good. I'm glad it maybe brought you down memory lane a little bit too. Growing up here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Our community's lucky.
Yes.
To have you and us.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Scott Ruff, Superintendent of Facilities, 30 years in Mountain Rec. If you see him out in the community, give him a hello, ask him questions, tell him thank you. And thanks for joining us today.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Great job.
All right.
And congratulations on the big 30.
Thank you.
Thank
you
very
very
much.
much.
Awesome.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Ruff. And one more thank you to Scott Ruff for joining us today. And he's got a lot of good stories.
Yeah.
Like, man is full of wisdom and humor and hard work.
On heart and kindness.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been really a pleasure to work with Scott at Mountain Rec.
So before we wrap up today's episode, we got a little bit more information for you, and let's discuss everything else or nearly everything else that's happening at Mountain Rec. We got to give a shout out to somebody.
Yeah, Ever Leon. He is our Peak Performer Award winner for last month, and every month we nominate and award one of our part-time staffers. And so he was nominated by Lauren Saunders at our Gypsum Rec Center facility for being awesome and always offering a helping hand.
Do you think potentially because Ever's last name is Leon and her son's name is Leon that he got
he got a little nudge. She was
nudge?
like, I just like his name. That's why. It's not really the helping hand.
Yeah. But
so thank you, Ever.
Yeah, thank you, Ever. Yeah, we get to nominate as full-time staff, part-time employee each month, and we're psyched to see Ever receive the award last month for keeping the Gypsum Rec Center running smoothly. Ever, if you're watching this, thanks, buddy. Great job.
And it's summer. I mean, how? But it's summer. And so tennis camps are coming up. And those are for ages 6 to 17. And ladies beginner to advanced camps are also available at the Courts and Eagle, kind of near the Eagle Pool and Ice Rink.
Okay.
And usually, that was a tough one. I had to fill it somewhere, but because we are offering adult ladies programs within that.
Awesome.
And you can find out more information about that at Eagle Tennis Club playbypoint.com.
Have fun with that one, too.
Eagle
That's a lot.
Tennis Club playbypoint.com.
We also have drop-in adult basketball at Edwards Fieldhouse every Wednesday from 12:30 to 2. Whether you're looking for competitive pickup games, a great workout, or just fun on the court, all skills are welcome. You get to meet new people, stay active, and it is free with your Edwards Fieldhouse membership, or you can drop in for $13.
Yeah, it's a new program that we just started last month.
Yeah. Well, the
and it's
courts
been
are
pretty
new.
popular.
They
So, like,
are
take
snazzy.
take your lunch break and get out there and play some basketball.
That's for you, Kyle Hoyland, if you're watching.
If basketball or tennis isn't your thing, we are having a new program starting this month called Cards, Games, and Conversations. And it's a free afternoon of cards and games at the Gypsum Rec Center on Tuesday, June 23rd from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. I wrote a.m.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
11:30 to 12:30 p.m. and pretty fun. Like, you can come out and play some cards, play some games. I love playing card games and board games, and I just don't do it enough. But so kind of a cool way to maybe spend your lunch break doing something a little different. And then we also have our Literature and Lattes book club on the second Tuesday of every month. And this month, we will be talking about the book My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney. And so you can feel free to come in and join. I feel like I know this book. I don't know.
Is it a biography of Alice Feeney? Because isn't technically she her husband's wife?
Maybe.
Is that how that goes? No, he's
He's
giving us the
shaking
thumbs down.
No,
All right.
big thumbs down. But you don't have to finish the book. You can just come out and join us for Literature and Lattes.
All right. Well, we're going to slow it down even more if we can. It's crazy to think that we can this summer. We're talking about Tai Chi, and that is taking place at the Edwards Fieldhouse from June 3rd to June 24th from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays. Classes include a warm-up, then
King
Jong exercise. Sign up for the full session for $60, or you can drop in for $14. I like that the registration page says 18 to 99. I've had to utilize that as well. And hey, we have an active older adult population. So
if you're 100 years or older, apparently you're out. I mean,
if I don't, this may be a stretch. If there's a viewer that is 100 years
I
old,
want you on the podcast.
Please reach out to us. We want you here. Yeah, that would be really cool.
Really cool.
Yeah. All right. Talk about sunbathing. Right.
Slow down and set some time for yourself.
Right.
We have one of our newer programs as well, our sound bath class at the Gypsum Rec Center, and it is on Tuesdays from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. But I don't know if you're familiar with a sound bath, but you kind of...
Is that the bowls?
It's like...
Yep.
Yes, that's exactly it. But it's designed to calm and, chill your nervous system out, reduce stress, anxiety. Who has anxiety?
Yeah.
Me? No, me.
Never.
And it's supposed to help improve sleep and just overall recovery. So come and join us on Tuesdays.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You want to talk about colorful running as well?
We do have colorful running. Flight Days is coming up this month, the Eagle Flight Days. It's happening. And as part of that, we do the registration for their Splash of Color Run.
Yep.
And it is on June 27th. So registration is underway for that. And it benefits the Eagle County Senior Center. So our awesome active aging population.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Unless you're 100.
It's a fun run. So this isn't like you could maybe join one of the running clubs and train for it, but you might get splashed with color.
Yeah. And for those adventure seekers who don't have the gear to adventure, no need to spend thousands of dollars to get outside. We've got you covered with the Outdoor Gear Library. That thing is awesome.
It's pretty cool.
I rented an e-bike there multiple times before I got my own. But they got a whole bunch of cool stuff. And we're talking about tents, SUPs, which is stand-up paddle boards. Yeah, I had to learn about that. And so I imagine people that are outdoors, you're just thinking, man, that guy has no idea what he's talking about. SUPs. We have sleeping bags, headlamps, hiking boots, camp supplies, e-bikes, as I mentioned, and more, just so we can get you outside this summer. We have monthly, seasonal, annual, and semi-annual memberships, and you can even do a trial membership for 2 weeks for $10.
Yeah, I am spoiled now. I have a tiny camper. Don't worry, it's beat up, but my friends are like, let's go backpacking. And I'm like, I don't have a tiny tent anymore, but I know where to get one.
Yeah, the Outdoor Gear Library.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yes.
So we're about done, but we won something pretty cool last month. with the Vail Valley Partnerships Success Awards.
That is correct. I think Z and you and Aaron.
Turi and Aaron and Karen.
Aaron and Karen were all there. We were awarded the Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at Mountain Rec. We are honored to accept this award, and it really reflects all the hard work that our staff does, both internally and externally, to include everyone in our program and at our facilities. So,
well done, team.
Yeah, good job,
pretty
team.
awesome to win that award.
Awesome. Well, yeah, we've gotten after it. You know, we've survived this foodless coughing attack of a
We
day.
made it. I need coffee.
Yeah.
And I need a breakfast burrito.
Right.
And maybe one of your birthday cakes.
Yes.
And
Yeah. I
some
got
tater
a chocolate.
tots.
Oh, tots. But Z, thank you as always for doing what you do. You can find out all of our information about our facilities, programs, sign up dates, camps, and anything at mountainrec.org. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and share it with a friend on YouTube at Mountain Recreation. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Special shout out again to Scott for joining us. 30 years in the books.
30 years.
30 years.
I got a year and 4 months.
Cool.
Woo!
Whoa. Anything else for us?
That's it. I mean, we'll see you next month. Next month, actually, you all are going to meet the infamous Z.
We get Z on camera.
Down there. I apologize to her already.
Yes.
But we're going to be talking about something pretty cool next month, our Rec Days celebrations that are happening throughout the month. So Z's been working hard on that. I'm excited to bring her on. And if you have any stories or anything you want to share with us, we'd love to have you, just give us a shout at info@mountainrec.com. And we'll just keep working hard together to keep our community active and healthy.
Awesome. All right, folks, stay safe out there. Make sure you hydrate. Come do some outdoor things. We got a lot going on. Maybe see you at opening day. Maybe see you at the ballpark, at Tai Chi, or drinking lattes. Either way, have a good one. See you around.